Hello, I'm back. Kissing up to God. I really didn't finish my segment this morning because I didn't want to go over my time because I try to keep it short and sweet. Oh my goodness, the window. Try to keep it short and sweet. But the brokenheartedness, I put up that. Do you think our heart was broken because our relationship was based on love or lust? Let me read what the dictionary said about lust and love. Lust, very strong sexual desire, appetite, longing, passion, deeply craved. The inward sin which leads to the falling away from God. That's in Romans. Relationship lust is if you are only sexual in nature, become less attractive after you recognize their flaws, don't have any desires to build a deeper connection, or the relationship is short lived. Love. Love is strong affection from another arising out of kinship or personal ties. Deep bond based on commitment, respect, trust, and acceptance. Love means being dedicated to someone else's well being, holding their desires and dreams in high esteem, accepting them for who they are without judgment, trusting them to do the same for you. And romantic love is a gift from God because God don't want man to be alone. Um, Good question because when I came back and I saw all the views that I got for the broken heart, the men versus the women, I wanted to talk more about it, but I didn't want to stay on too long because it makes you wonder. Because you know what, women will accept a man at his worst. I mean, I know that for a fact because I have done that. Because sometimes we're not visual like that, or we don't look at the package like that. We look at the potential or what's behind it. And then I thought about the movie Two Could Play That Game. Barbara Brown had the messed up teeth, and what's her name? Can't think of her name right now. Fixed him up. Then he started thinking he was all of that. That's what it seems like sometimes when we do. We get these men sometimes, and we're there for them. We'll lift them up. We're always making sure that they're okay. And whether you know it or not, they're taking a lot of energy from you if it's like that. And then when they don't want to be bothered anymore, they discard. The one thing you should never do is let a man keep you in limbo. Don't, why they're uncertain trying to wait, because sometimes they confuse you and they're not really going to be with you. They're just keeping you there. Don't let them rate you nor berate you. Your worth and your value, because that's dishonorable and is disrespectful. Only God knows our worth and can tell us our worth. Don't allow them to take advantage of that and disrespect you, because some men, and you know what? I can't even say this all men, because you got a lot of good men out there. Women too. You got women that are really disrespectful to men and really mistreating men. Men have lifted women up too. So I can't just say it's always women. I can't, because I've seen some men really be good. I mean, my son, for example, he's 36 years old, but I've seen him deal with a female that he tried to make sure, that was uplifted and tried to make sure that things were going good. So I can't say all men, because that wouldn't be fair. But never let someone make you feel less than who you are and what you are. And if they really love you, I'm telling you, they are going to be there for you. They're going to love you and they're going to be there for you. But if you come to that point in your life where you are in a relationship and it's draining you, you got to start investing in yourself, especially your mental and your spiritual health, because people have a way of really, really hurting you. And you need to analyze your circle. You know what I mean? Divorce, perfection. You're not perfect, and you're not going to be perfect. And if someone expects you to be perfect in a relationship, it's not going to happen. Nobody's perfect. God, when Jesus walked, he was the most perfect one, but nobody else is perfect. Pray on your revelation, you know what I mean? And locate your weaknesses and your trauma. That was my problem. I hadn't located my weaknesses and my trauma. So when I got triggered, you know, because I hadn't located that and because I hadn't acknowledged that I was still broken, I was still hurt, I would trigger easy with some things. But if I realized and if I had went on and got the healing that I needed to get, maybe things would have worked out differently in certain scenarios or certain relationships or certain things that were going on. And that's how we mess up sometimes. We won't get that healing, and or either we heal in the wrong way. Because when you heal and the healing make you feel negative towards the other sex, that's not healing. You know, because God made man in his own image. And out of man, out the rib of man, woman was made. And he didn't want us to be alone. So the woman is the man's helpmate, but the man has to respect the woman like the woman has to respect the man. So if you heal correctly, you wouldn't be disrespectful to your woman or to a woman. You wouldn't treat a woman any kind of way. You wouldn't curse her out. You wouldn't call her out of her name. That's not godly, and that's not what God wants you to do. And the same thing for a woman. If you really love that man and that man is doing everything he's supposed to do, you need to respect him. Allow him to be what he needs to be in your life. You know, and that, like I said, it goes both ways for men and women. I'm not an expert. I mean, so who am I to say? I'm just speaking on experience of some of the stuff that has happened to me. I've seen things happen, like I said, to John, to my siblings. I mean, to people around me, to good friends. And it's easy to be able to judge, or it's easy to be able to talk when you're on the outside looking in. But when you're in the situation yourself, you can't see. You can't see clearly because we're emotional creatures. Females are emotional creatures. And we can't see some of the things that are going on. We can't see when we're being manipulated and, you know, by men, because a lot of times men go into a relationship thinking about sex. Women go into relationships thinking about marriage, or this is the man for me. So we're not even on the same page right there, you know, because if they're not ready to be what you need them to be, don't let them keep you there. If you're looking for a husband and the man is not ready to be your husband, then, you know, step back and allow God to send that husband. The same thing for men. What Medea said, you can't make no hoe out of no housewife out of no hole. And some men try to do that, you know, to get a woman they think because she look good that she's worthy to be your wife. And that doesn't work that way either. Like I say, I'm not a psychiatrist. These are from experiences and just seeing stuff and listening and reading. You know, sit back and look at scenarios, look at situations sometimes, and you'll be surprised what you see and what you set back. And I love when somebody say, if that was me, or if I was you. I hate when people say that. You don't know what you would do if you was in certain situations. You don't know until you get in the situation. But I just wanted to talk a little bit more on that, and I'm going to leave that alone because I wanted to say it today, but I went over my time. I try not to stay on here no more than 10 minutes, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about our hearts broken because we really are in a relationship because of lust or love. You know, still pray on it, still ask God about that person to make sure that you're with the right person. And if you're not, he will send you the right person, because I really believe when God made me, he made whoever's supposed to be with me also. I always tease people. I say he's either too young or dead. Well, I hope not. I hope he ain't too young, and I definitely hope he's not dead. But just allow God to work that out and allow him to send the right person. But you need to heal. You need to not be bitter. You need to try to recognize what's in front of you instead of living in the past. You know, brokenness is brokenness, and you're broken because you keep dealing with the wrong person. You know, sit back and analyze them too. Look at them, ask questions. You know, see what's going on with them. Just don't jump the gun. And I just wanted to come on and say that again. Keep on watching my videos. Thank you so much. I'm in the hundreds with the video I did this morning. That's crazy. That's a blessing. Keep watching my videos. Keep sharing. And come on and like, because I have over 100 views, but I only have a few likes. You didn't like the video? Just go ahead and click like for me. Thank you so much. This is Jennifer Brooks. I'm your Southern Belle, and I'm on the right road now. Y'all have a good night now. Have a good one.